Vítáme vás u dnešního dílu. Já jsem Abča, ta bruneta našeho týmu.
A já jsem Janča, ta blondýna našeho týmu. A dneska tady máme speciálního hosta a to je Ellie.
Ahoj!
Yay!
A vzhledem k tomu, že Ellie je samozřejmě Britka, tak dneska to bude v angličtině.
Takže přecházíme do English moodu.
So Ellie, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes, so I'm Ellie and I'm 20 and I study film at Middlesex University with Jane and Apolly.
Yes, she's almost 21.
Really?
Birthday very soon.
Yeah, and we met here at House, and now we're going to ask Ellie some questions.
Woo. So we met Ellie our second day here.
Yeah.
And Ellie, tell us, what was your first impression of us?
So I remember my first impression of Jane. I thought, she's a dancer, she's so cool, she's so pretty, and I thought, oh no, she's going to be horrible, but she wasn't. She was so nice, and I was like, this is so surprising. She's like beautiful and nice, and Apolly, I was like, oh, she's also beautiful. And then I remember saying to both of you, like, I swear everyone from like Czech are so beautiful.
I remember that. Yeah.
And you guys were like, no.
You said, oh my god, the Czech and Slovak people are so, like, such models.
Yeah,
you
And
said,
we were like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. But yeah, Apolly, I thought you were going to be a little bit shy, but you're not. So it's fabulous.
yeah.
What I remember was when we came back from the benches, I was like, the Ellie girl, she's so nice.
Yeah.
And she's so interested in everyone. She's like looking at you like, yeah.
Yeah, it
And
seemed
was
like
so nice and sweet.
yeah, we had the same impression, I think.
Yeah.
We were talking about this later.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that was love
Oh,
on
yeah.
the first sight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Jane, I've just remembered that you didn't have any toilet roll on your first day.
Yeah, true.
And I felt really bad for you, and I was like, oh no, like, this poor girl hasn't got any toilet roll.
Yeah, that's true. Nolia went to the shop, right?
And
to
yeah,
bought you one.
bought me one, and I also didn't have a towel, so I had to use my t-shirt for my first shower. Yeah, uni life. So yeah. So I want to ask you, Ellie, how do you feel about living in UK? You know, to be British. What do you find like the most interesting in UK, or what you don't like?
I mean, I've been traveling quite a bit, so living in the UK definitely feels like home, and it feels like safety because I know the UK. It's where I've lived for 20 years, so I love the UK, but sometimes I think that people can be a bit rude.
Really?
Yeah.
This is weird.
This is weird for us because for us, like, British people are so nice.
Really?
Yeah.
They are like definitely nicer than Czech people.
Really? Well, I guess that's just what you're used to then, isn't it? Like the comparison between different
probably.
cultures. Yeah. But I mean, the place that I live is a lot of countryside, there's a lot of farmers, it's a very nice little village. So moving to London is a big change because no one speaks to each other and it's like, okay.
Oh yeah. So why did you choose London?
Because London is the best place to be for film because it's just such a creative hub. London is, and there's always so much to do, there's always so much going on, so I love like the hustle and bustle of London,
Yeah.
they call it.
So it's a little bit like British New York here.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
And probably for us, Prague.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
So about the traveling, you had a gap year, right?
Yep.
So we actually don't know how it works. We have like no idea. Do you have to like pay your taxes and stuff, or is it just like free year?
So when I finished studying film at college, I decided that I wanted to have a gap year. So in England, it's not like part of a school system or anything like that. It's literally just, I wanted to have a gap year, so I went and found something to do on my gap year. So I didn't earn enough throughout my job to pay taxes. But if I had have had a job that I earned a lot of money or more money, then I would have had to pay taxes and do like national insurance and all of that stuff. So it's basically like you're just a normal person for a year. You're not a student or anything like that.
So isn't it similar to a gap year that we have in our country? You can have a gap year if you want.
Really?
It's just like you decided to have a gap year, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, some people decide, okay, I want.
Maybe I sound stupid now, but I thought like you are 18 and you are not a student anymore when you do maturita.
Yeah.
So you have to like pay taxes and stuff. You have to work, and if you're not working, you have to be on.
Yeah, that's true. So like this is different in your country.
Yeah, we don't have to do that.
Okay.
We don't have to work at all. So when we leave school at 16, we have to either work, do an apprenticeship, or study until we're 18. So we have to be in some kind of education or doing something until we're 18. And then when we're 18, we can do whatever we want to do.
Oh yeah, okay. So if you are like not working, you don't have a job, then you
don't have money, you don't pay for anything, you don't go out,
you
don't do any of that.
So you don't have to pay like social and health insurance?
No.
So moving from insurance and adult stuff, how was your gap year like? Tell us about it.
So I found this gap year online, and basically, because I'm a Christian, so it's a Christian gap year for 6 months.
Yeah.
And the first 3 months I moved to Bali in Indonesia, and I did lots of training and learned a lot of different things. It was a lot of study and helped different people in Bali, went to different houses.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
helped people
beautiful.
and kids and lots of different stuff. And Bali was crazy because I thought it was going to be this beautiful, luxurious place. But what I realised is Bali is very much third world. And it's not the place that makes Bali beautiful, but it's definitely the people.
Yeah. So like what we see on Instagram is probably just people that chose like a hotel.
Yes.
That's it. And
Yes.
that's the luxury Bali, but
yeah.
actually it's a
Yes.
third.
So
like, yeah.
I went and saw some friends when I was in Bali, and they stayed in the luxurious part, and you can literally see the line where it goes from luxury, where all of the tourists go, and then the real Bali.
So once you like go outside from your, I don't know, luxury hotel or house, whatever, then you can see the actual Bali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's crazy. But then, so after Bali, I went to Sumba for 6 weeks, which was an Indonesian tribal island. And then I went to the Philippines for a month, and then back to Bali for the rest of my time. And then home.
And where did you live? Like,
True.
In the slums and in the tribal villages and on the floor for the majority of the time.
Weren't you scared sometime?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very scared. But I think I'd learned so much in like my training week and like my lecture weeks that I knew I didn't need to be scared of anything. Like, I don't know, I just like felt at peace.
Yeah.
So it was like really good experience, huh?
Yeah, it was a crazy experience, and it actually made me have a love of England again.
Yeah, because now you know like where you live. Like this is we talked
How
about it yesterday.
Yeah, how lucky we are.
How lucky we are.
Yeah.
And you also have some friends here now. Like
I mean, university,
No. I mean back to Bali. Like your new friends from your gap year.
Yeah, so I have one friend that she's Canadian, but she lives in England. So yeah, I have one friend in England, but then I now have friends all over the world. So that's amazing.
As us now, we are making friends all over the world.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's wonderful to have lots of friends from different cultures.
Yeah.
And I think now is the right time to ask the question about how do you feel about us speaking English and doing mistakes?
Oh, no, I don't even care about your mistakes, guys. Like, it doesn't matter. I make mistakes all the time, and English is a hard language. Languages are difficult, so as long as I understand what you're trying to say, then I get it, and it's fine.
Yeah, actually, when you said, like, English is hard language, actually it's not. I think it's one of the easiest.
Oh,
but
idea. I've just known it.
But yeah, it's just like, probably the accent. We have our Czech accent. Also, we were talking about one word, the video, yeah. And then, that we pronounce it quite differently. Like with some people say W.
Yeah, we are switching sometimes, we and W.
Yeah. So maybe some words are quite like, turned into Czech.
Yeah, but that's fine. It doesn't matter.
And so, do you want to learn another language?
Yes. Well, I know some Indonesian. And I would love to learn Spanish, but at the moment...
you already started.
Yes, at the moment, I am really, really trying to learn Portuguese.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, like, staying at host or just being abroad, now at uni, there's a great opportunity to learn a new language.
Yes.
Especially here, like, when you have a friend from there and there. So
and you can just go and be like, oh, how do you say this?
Yeah.
How can I say this?
You can practice with them as well. It's so good.
So maybe that brings me to a question. If you can say something in Czech... Because we already told you something, if you remember.
Yeah, the blow nuts.
Yes!
And doble something.
You want to say morning?
Yeah.
Dobré ráno.
Doble no.
That's the R.
Yeah, I sound like what do I sound like?
Handicapped cat.
Wait. Oh.
Yeah. Because Ellie tried to say R, and he tried. There's the mistake. She tried so hard, and then it sounded to me like a handicapped cat. So that's the R. That's quite hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So another question is, how do you find living in halls? You live in lots of places, so...
Yeah, so, I mean, halls is really quite easy to live in. I find it, like, luxury compared to a lot of places I've lived. I lived with 19 girls in one room, so living
How big?
Wait, I remember.
Was that room?
You said it in the group chat before we even met, and I'm like, oh wow.
So me having my own room and my own bathroom is amazing. It's like luxury, and even having a bed. Like a lot of the time, I slept on the floor, so having a bed is just amazing.
That's true. Yeah.
So halls is fabulous, and there's always community and something going on, and it's just a lot of fun.
Sometimes it's like, too much. You want to get some proper sleep.
I mean, you two do,
Yeah, true.
We are grandmas.
Yes.
Yeah. We really love our sleep. So.
Yeah, they love their sleep. After 10 o'clock, I don't even try and message.
We're just like, okay, good night.
Good night.
So now back to living abroad. Would you like to live in another country?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I moved to another country at some point. I mean, I'd love to go, move back to the Philippines for a little bit, and I will definitely go back to Sumba, which is in Indonesia.
Like for living? I mean,
Yeah, I think Philippines, I could see myself living in Philippines for a little bit of time. Not forever, but a few years or something. Maybe, I don't know, see if there's an orphanage that I can help out with or something like that. I think that would be amazing. And I mean, wherever life takes me, really.
But I think maybe also, in this current situation, there's a COVID, and being back to Philippines, you would probably felt a bit like there's nothing like a COVID, maybe. I think that it's now a worldwide issue, but still, I think you would felt more free, also with the nature.
I mean, my friends that are there at the
escape
moment,
from the reality here.
Because in bigger cities and stuff like that, it's just... I think you know about it
a lot more strict, but I think in the Philippines especially, they are quite strict with their lockdown, from my friends that are there, but...
Oh, okay.
But Indonesia, they're not strict at all, so... But then, health and safety isn't really much of a thing in Asia. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now is the time that you can, if you want, ask us some questions, because we asked you what we wanted.
Yes. So my main question for you guys is, if there was someone listening that wanted to move abroad, what would your advice be to them?
Oh, wow. I have to think.
Yeah.
Maybe my advice is quite obvious, but still, I think you really have to be prepared with saving money before moving, because now, when it comes to this situation, I think some people weren't prepared that much, because now we still can't find a job. So if you really want to go abroad now, you really have to be prepared with your finances, because it's really bad. That's my advice.
Like, I would say my advice is really basic, but we are young, so just do it if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because, like, we won't be young forever.
And beautiful, no.
Young and beautiful forever. So, I think just do it. If there's the thought about it, just...
Yeah.
If you have nothing to lose, actually.
Yeah.
And I think we can, like, assure you that there you can meet incredible people, like we met Ellie.
Actually, yeah.
So it's just like, maybe you will struggle with meeting new people and, like, settle in a new place, but everything takes time, but it's worth it.
Yeah, like you said, it's always difficult to begin with.
Yeah.
But it's so worth it in the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so my other question is, what's your favourite English food?
Fish and chips, because I don't know anything else.
I haven't even tried fish and chips.
Oh,
no.
What?
I literally haven't tried anything that's English.
Oh.
But from what I've heard is that, like, I'm sorry, but that British or English cuisine is the worst.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
like
I
you know, like the combination and the taste of food. So I don't know.
We mix really weird stuff. Yeah.
So I really want to try.
Yeah, you have to try it.
And actually, last year I was staying with a family, and the food was horrible. I'm sorry, but when I was here last year for 3 weeks, the food was horrible. I'm sorry.
What did you have?
I don't know. It was lots of like microwave stuff and stuff for oven and no.
Yeah, like I stayed
frozen food just
I stayed in Ireland, but we didn't have anything special for like Ireland or English people. It was just like, you know, I think pasta with some sauce, and the next day was just chips with meat, not even fish. It's just like some kind of meat. Well, and for breakfast, just cereals with milk. Yeah. So just like something that you can eat even though you are at home.
Yeah, well, we should go back to that Weatherspoons pub that we went to.
Ooh.
Yeah, actually my friend Amy's, I'm saying hi to Amy, she recommended me spoons.
Really?
And she also told me what should I eat. But
we have to try it.
Yeah.
Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's half price, so we have to go, ladies.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so to somehow end this podcast, I want to ask you girls, what's your favorite memory that we already like made during those almost 6 weeks here?
Wow, that's crazy. 6 weeks.
Yeah. Halloween is coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I love the day after we met with our classmates, because we met Ellie by ourselves, only 3 of us.
Yeah, outside.
So embarrassing.
She came to us and she had cold coffee and shorts.
And outside was like almost freezing.
But inside, it looked like it was really warm. And the day before, it was like 20-something degrees, really warm. And it was so cold.
Like those first days were sunny. Then there were a few days that was like, what?
That's the day that I decided to wear shorts.
Yeah.
And I don't wear shorts ever. So the fact that I'd done it was so weird.
Okay.
But
yeah. So
that's my favorite memory, because it was like the
beginning.
first time, the beginning of this friendship.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that was cute.
And I think we had a really deep chat as well, didn't we?
We always had deep chat.
Was it how Dennis came to us?
Yeah, later. He came later, with an ice cream.
So I wasn't the only crazy person.
Yeah, true. Oh my god. Yeah, for me, it's actually the meeting with classmates, but that's like a week ago. That was the proper meeting at Spoons. So for me, it's a favorite memory, because I don't know, it was just like, oh, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And again, then we went to Ellie's kitchen. That's the famous kitchen.
You know about it.
Yeah.
We told you about
So
it.
this is the half owner of the kitchen.
Yeah. Come to my kitchen anytime.
Oh yeah, guys, come here.
So we're invited. So you guys, whenever you are in England or something, came to Ellie's kitchen. You can do it.
Make it a location on Google Maps.
Yeah. So yeah.
So I think that's it for today's podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, we are grateful.
amazing.
Thank you.
We are grateful for this girl.
Yeah, now we are hugging her, so just
Yeah,
like
you can see it, but
we will take a picture for you.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, that was Ellie. We want to thank you for doing this podcast with us. Thank you for everything.
emotional.
But no, we won't record this deep moving moment. No, we will save it for for the time after. So yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much.
See you
You
next
next week.
Friday.
Oh my centuries!